Welcome back. Now Derek is exploring one of Dublin's oldest landmarks this morning.
Yes, he's flexing his green thumbs at the Royal Hospital in Kilmainham.
Take it away, Derek.
Yes, guys, look, I'm practicing my portrait pose. Anyway, we're delighted to be down here on the grounds of Royal Hospital Kilmainham, right across the moor. We are taking you on a tour of the grounds and the gardens itself. Ellen Barnacle is with us. Good morning to you, Ellen. How
Morning,
are you?
Derek. How are you?
Great. Now, Ellen, beautiful, beautiful building. You are a tour guide here. How long are you doing the job?
I've been on the job as the head guide here for a year. But I've been with the OPW 6.5 years.
Okay, now tell us about the beautiful building just over our shoulder here.
So the building behind us started construction in 1680 as a nursing or retirement home for predominantly Irish veterans of the British Armed Forces to be taken care of in their old age and infirmary. They first veterans or pensioners, as they're known, move in within 4 years and will be here until 1927.
Okay, so just after the foundation of the state.
Absolutely.
Okay, and there is some beautiful, as we walk through the buildings, some beautiful areas. And in fact, the north wing, I suppose, is your pièce de résistance.
Yes, so our north range houses our Baroque Protestant chapel, where you would find stained glass windows with the coat of arms of many of the masters of the hospital here, alongside a gift from Queen Victoria at the east end of it.
That beautiful ceiling, hopefully we have shots of it on air at the moment. We take a look up and it is absolutely incredible.
Stunning, and it's absolutely amazing that it has been preserved and survived to this day for people to enjoy.
There's also a pulpit in there. What was that room used for?
So that would have been where they would have had mass. They would have also had service as well, at least once a week.
Once a week. Now we walk and talk through the building and we land into the gallery, and this is absolutely incredible. It's gorgeous.
Yes, so that would have been the Great Hall, which is where the soldiers would have had their meals 3 times a day, but also where they could have spent their time relaxing and spending time in camaradership as well. It was highly decorated with portraiture, many of them tied to the use of the site, but also with armoury as well, many of it coming from the Tower of London.
Now, what viewers will notice from looking at the shots on air is that a lot of the photos, in fact, all of them are blacked out at the moment. Why is that?
So what's happening is they are in place so that they can be conserved. So we've placed something in between so that people get an idea of the spectacle of the space.
Okay. There's obviously a lot of conservation work ongoing here at the moment. Tell us about the restoration work.
So what's being done is you're looking at preserving holes, looking at anywhere that they need repainting, stabilising, to ensure they have the integrity to allow future generations to enjoy them just as much as we have.
And do you love working here?
Absolutely adore it. I'm a history nerd, so it's right up my alley.
Absolutely, very like myself. Now, we're going to pop over here and say hello to Mary Condon. And in fact, Mary, you are the head gardener
here. I am indeed.
And you're here 24 years.
24 years gone by in the blink of an eye now, I have to say, yeah.
Now, you have a big property here. Tell us about it.
So it's 48 acres. So we have 3 historical graveyards, Bully's Acre being the oldest. That dates back to the 7th century. We have the meadows, which are used for concerts and various other events like that. And then we have this lovely 5-acre walled-in garden.
I mean, this walled-in garden, you were telling me this is based on a French-themed garden, right?
So it's a French-themed garden. There was a movement back in the 1650s, Gardens of Versailles. So this became a very fashionable look to a garden. And as a result then, when the building was built here, the gardens were laid out in a French style. It was known as the Master's Garden, so the Master had a great view of this garden from his upper floors where he was actually living.
Mary, the upkeep on this garden, it must be a lot of hard work, right?
I have a great team. I've Will, Trace and Derek. Every day they turn up and we hit the ground running on a Monday morning. And Friday we are exhausted, but the place is looking all the better for us.
I mean, what are you working on at the moment?
So at the moment we're working on the topiary. So we're trying to just clip all our topiary, and that's obviously the backbone of the garden. So as long as that looks sharp and well, the gardens look very, very well. Every day it's maintenance of grass, watering maybe, and we're also looking after our flower displays as well. We've lots of herbaceous borders, although this looks quite formal here in this shot. We have the herbaceous borders right and left.
And you have about 10,000 people coming down here a year, so big visitor numbers.
Yeah, we get very early morning visitors from maybe the Hilton Hotel visiting the site, out for a walk, and they can't believe they stumble upon this place here, and I think it's absolutely magical.
It is, it's really magical, and right slap bang in the heart of the city centre. Just right behind you, just over over your shoulder, we have a beautiful building. What is that, Mary?
So that building was built in the 1700s, and it was built as a banqueting hall for the master of the Royal Hospital. So he would invite his guests in. The gardens were used at that point to show off to your friends what a wealthy person you were, or what status you had in Ireland at the time. And he would take tea down there. So he had a beautiful view of the Liffey and also a gorgeous view of the Phoenix Park as well, sort of a 360 view of the whole area
Have
here.
you ever had tea in there yourself?
I've been up there many times. I've never taken tea.
And I mean, the OPW have done great work here restoring the gardens,
They
because
have.
it wouldn't have been like this 100 years ago.
No, it had many lives, and where it was the Master's Garden laid out as a sort of a formal entertaining area, it then became a market garden, a fruit and veg garden. Basically, the pensioners would have come out themselves. They would have worked here, and it became a very busy garden producing fruit and veg for the pensioners. And they actually made a tunnel as well into the kitchens, so they wouldn't have to bring the fruit and veg up the steps.
And I know biodiversity quite big here too.
Huge, yeah. We manage the site very much for biodiversity. We don't use any sprays as much as we can. We encourage all wildlife. Our planting is very much in tune with biodiversity. We leave the meadows and everything.
And keep it chemical free. Ellen, before we let you go, where can we find out more online?
You can find more information out at heritageireland.ie. The OPW is constantly recruiting through our LinkedIn page as well.
All right, so there we have it. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the gardens and the building itself. For me and all the gang here, my Charlie's Angels. Come on, ladies. Back to you in studio. Pow, pow, pow.
There you go, Charlie's Angels.
Oh, what's that
I'm
tune?
so sorry to those girls.
I've
What
no
was the theme
idea.
How
tune?
does he get
What?
to
Morning,
do it?
Charlie.
Anyway,
To
thank
people.
you, Derek. And
Thank
everyone.
you, Derek.
There's always something. Night Rider tomorrow, maybe. Coming up in the final hour of Ireland AM, we find out how to retrain our brains to gain the life that we want.
And we're going into luxury and exploring the old money aesthetic. What's that mean now, Maren?
You think I've got money?
We're also going to
That's
discover
fashion coming up a little later.
the
also.
most Irish toys ever. They're
Yes.
a great laugh. All coming up here on Ireland AM.